Hello guys, this is the 2023 BMW X3. I'm going to be taking it on a POV test drive. This one is finished in Phytonic Blue. It is a $600 option, and this X3 has the parking assistant package and the premium package, and it does have options like the Harman Kardon sound system, wireless phone charger, and the remote start. But let's go ahead and take this X3 on a POV test drive and see how it does. Alright, here is the interior of this 2023 BMW X3. As I mentioned, this one is equipped with the premium package and the parking assistant package. Parking assistant package adds the 3D view, which I personally think looks good. I really wish that the camera was a little bit clearer. It's not as clear for an SUV that costs $54,000. So the resolution is not really the best, but I'm glad that BMW offers the 3D view on the X3. And it does have the premium package, which basically adds heated seats, heated steering wheel, and yeah, overall I think the interior of this X3 looks good. I believe the screen is at 12.3 inches if I'm not mistaken, and the gauge is 10.25. But let's go ahead and take this X3 on a test drive and see how it does. Seat belt tightens up, pushes me back to the seat. I did review the X3, and if you guys are interested in the full detailed review, it should be on my channel. Alright, so driving the 2023 BMW X3 drives nice and smooth. Shifting is nice and smooth. 8-speed automatic transmission. Very quick. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this SUV in sport mode and hop on the highway and see how this X3 will do. It is in Sport Plus mode now. Nice and responsive. Definitely gets up to speed very quick, and it does feel nice and light, which I like. This 8-speed automatic transmission is very quick. So windows are nice and big, the mirrors are nice and big. There is a panoramic sunroof, and the size of it is very good. Unlike other SUVs. The suspension setup is very comfortable, and that's expected from a base 2.0 X3. Definitely feels nice and light, and it just keeps pulling. Very comfortable, confident. Suspension setup is pretty good. Definitely soft around corners, but I think it's perfect for the non-sporty X3. I just drove the X5, and with the X5, of course, it has more power, but the X5 has a little bit more body lean. This X3 feels a little bit more confident. So there is wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Every time I turn off the SUV and turn it back on, it needs to basically do this step, and it does get annoying, and it is actually annoying because I have to open my phone and basically connect again. I really wish it was like instant. I had the same issue in the BMW X5. This transmission is very quick. Brake pedal feels nice and solid. And the feel of the brake pedal just feels perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the engine when I hop on the highway, but I am seriously impressed with this X3. I just really hate the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very slow. It does have wireless CarPlay, which is nice, but it's just super slow to connect. Definitely nice and confident for a non-M X3. And for a small subcompact luxury SUV, this X3 is definitely fun to drive. Let's go ahead and put it back in comfort mode. Everything becomes comfortable, and the transmission isn't as aggressive as in sport mode, but very nice and confident. Seats are nice and comfortable. Seeing out of this SUV is good. The back window is nice and big. It does have lane keeping assist, emergency braking, blind spot monitoring system. The 3D view I showed you guys, it is part of the parking assistant package. And by the way, it does have the Harman Kardon sound system. It is an $875 option, and it does have a $500 wireless phone charger, which I really don't think is worth the price. I think it's too expensive for 500 bucks. You could close this cover if you want to. It does look nice and just gives this middle console a cleaner look. Steering wheel is wrapped in leather. Feels good. And there's paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. They're nice and solid. And this 8-speed automatic transmission is impressive. BMW knows how to make transmissions, and their transmissions are really good. So again, guys, this is not a sporty SUV. It's not an M. It's not the M40i. It's just the normal 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder X3, and it has a very quick transmission. So good job, BMW, for making quick and responsive transmissions. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the engine, because I forgot to talk about the horsepower and torque. Under the hood, there is a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, and this SUV feels nice and light, responsive. Definitely feels like it has a little bit more power than what BMW is claiming, and I really like this LCD screen. And something that I have to mention, getting in and out of this SUV is very easy. Definitely I like it more than the X5. The X5 is very high off the ground, even with the seats being all the way down. This X3 is very easy to get into. You don't have to jump in or jump out. You just basically slide in on the seat. Let's go ahead and put this SUV in sport mode. We're gonna go ahead and do an acceleration right here and test BMW xDrive system, because this X3 is actually equipped with the xDrive. Let's see the windows. Windows are not acoustic, so it's not double pane. Very nice and responsive from a dead stop. No wheel spin at all, and that's kind of expected from the power this X3 has. So 248 and 258 pound-feet of torque are not going to make this basically it's not going to make those wheels spin. As you guys see, finally I was able to make Apple CarPlay work, and I had to actually put the SUV in park for it to work. I'm not sure if it was a coincidence, but it wasn't working this whole time. The moment I put it in park, connected, it did connect. So I'm not sure if putting the SUV in park has to do anything with it. But as you guys see, Apple CarPlay looks honestly amazing. The screen itself, it's nice and responsive. The colors are amazing. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it is a 12.3-inch screen, and I think the gauges are, or the cluster gauge is 10.25 inch. So overall, the interior of this X3 looks good, and I really like this wood trim. Brushed aluminum looks amazing. Gloss black, there's gloss black right here. A few buttons to control the screen. There's the traction control, engine shut off, the drive modes, and a ton of buttons, but everything is placed in a very good place, so very easy to understand and reach. Let's go ahead and try BMW voice command system. I'm actually gonna go ahead and say, hey BMW.
Hello, what can I help you with?
Navigate to Starbucks.
I've selected Starbucks. I have found these 50 entries. Which one should I select?
3.
I've selected Starbucks 275 Mount Carmel Avenue, Hamden, Connecticut.
So,
I've started guidance.
Definitely nice and responsive. Hey BMW, and navigation.
I've ended the guidance.
So, as you guys see, it is nice and responsive. By the way, you could control the screen 2 different ways. You could control it from this wheel right here, or you could, of course, touch it. So it is a touch screen. But I am seriously impressed with this Apple CarPlay and Android with the screen, because Apple CarPlay just fills the whole screen. The colors are very good, and yeah, I'm truly impressed. Again guys, this X3 has the premium package, so it does add the heated steering wheel, heated front seats, and as I mentioned, the wireless phone charger is a $500 option. 1 USB, 1 12 volt, and inside there is a good amount of space. And here is the panoramic sunroof. It does go all the way to the back, which is nice. And yeah, BMW does a great job with their panoramic sunroof. And this button right here will turn on all the lights. Visor is hard, not a big fan of it. The mirror, it's very small, 1 LED light. It is nice and bright. Climate controls are very easy to use. Steering wheel looks good, and the fit and finish is perfect, and that's expected from a SUV that is $54,000 with the options and packages it has. The starting price on the X3 with no packages, no options, is $47,000. But yeah, this X3 is very good. I personally think the BMW X3 is better than the GLC, but I haven't drove a GLC in a long time. But yeah, I personally think this X3 is more engaging to drive, feels a little bit more solid, and overall I think it's a blend of old and new, and that's what I like about this X3. Again guys, this 8-speed automatic transmission is quick. Even in comfort mode it is nice and responsive. Let's go ahead and put this SUV in sport mode again. Definitely responsive. 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. I think they are more than enough to merge on the highway and pass someone. Paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, they feel nice and solid. And this 2.0 has a decent sound. Could be coming, the sound could be coming from the speakers, but it does sound nice and deep. The lane keeping assist on BMW is aggressive in my opinion. You could always turn it off if you want to from this button right here, but it's good. It does help a lot on the highway. So decent amount of legroom in the back in the second row. Headroom is very good in the second row. The trunk is actually nice and spacious. If you need more room, then go with the X5. I drove the X5 and I was very impressed with the amount of space in it. So let's go ahead and test the brakes here. Brakes are definitely good, but the pedal itself has a little bit of a softness to it. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and brake boost this BMW. It is in sport mode. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the traction on, and we'll see how this X3 will do. The shifts are very, very aggressive. Pushes you back to the seat first, and then when the SUV shifts, it just pushes you again, and it's a really cool feeling for a non-M X3. It's not the M40i, it's not the X3M, just a normal X3. And yeah, I just love this 8-speed automatic transmission. Super aggressive, very responsive, really quick, and good job BMW. That wasn't even full throttle, and this thing seriously shifts very aggressive. So I really like this X3. I think BMW did a great job with it. And if you guys are curious about the fuel economy numbers, they are 21 in the city, 28 highway, and 24 combined. The MPG numbers I think could be a little bit better, but not too bad. But seriously, very, very impressed with this X3. And steering wheel feels nice and light, nice and direct, and seriously, it is such a beautiful SUV. Again guys, the price on it is $54,000 with the packages and options it has. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2023 BMW X3. I would like to thank Brittany and BMW in North Haven, Connecticut for providing me this X3. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out, because this one is actually not sold. Most of the X3s and X5s they are sold. So if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe, because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.